What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Nee, and welcome back to another video on my channel. That was pretty weird. But today in this video, I wanted to talk about kind of like 3 ships, I guess. And it's basically fueling my hopeless romantic core, you feel me? And yeah, so these ships, the names of these ships and these forms of media are Ghost Flower, Time Bomb, and Dino Star. Now, if you're familiar with any of these fandoms, or if you're not, I'll just go ahead and tell you the show. Ghost Flower is obviously Miles and Gwen from Into the Spider-Verse / Across the Spider-Verse / Beyond the Spider-Verse, whatever we're getting that movie. And then Time Bomb is from Arcane, and then Dino Star is from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous / Chaos Theory, which is a next Netflix show. Now, what do these 3 ships have in common? There is a black guy, you know what I'm saying, and Miles is Hispanic, but you know, a dark-skinned guy and his girlfriend with colorful hair. Now, if I had a nickel for every time I enjoyed watching a dark-skinned guy talk to his girlfriend with colorful hair, I would have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's interesting that it happened 3 times, you know. But yeah, and ranking them from my personal favorite to least favorite, it has to be number 1, Echo and Jinx. Oh my gosh, Echo and Jinx peak. Like the whole, like, even though they didn't have as much time as probably some of these other ships, the level of yearning, especially in the music video. Oh, especially in the music video, it just like fueled a whole nother part, you know what I'm saying? Absolute cinema. Peak. Echo and Jinx, number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Dino Star. Now, I understand people may not have seen this show, so they don't understand, but I love dinosaurs. A little mini dinosaur nerd, you feel me? I think one of the greatest games ever created on this earth was Ark Survival Evolved. And so yeah, I love the Jurassic Park movies of Jurassic World, and the show Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory, amazing. And I genuinely wish that these 2 would get together, you know, which we'll get into that later in the video, you know. And then third, I'll have to say Ghost Flower, which I have nothing against them. I really do have nothing against them. I can't wait until this next movie come out. Bro, when that movie comes out, they might be bumped up to 2. They can't take 1. I'm sorry. Echo and Jinx was, you can't beat peak. That's like, oh, you can't beat peak. Let's be honest. But yeah, they'll definitely might be bumped up to 2. We just gotta wait till that movie come out. And I'll go down the list of describing each ship with valid examples. You feel me? So let's start off with number 3, Ghost Flower. So in the first movie of Into the Spider-Verse, we're introduced to Gwen and Miles. Now, their interactions at first were kind of like weird. You know, Miles is he's new to Visions Academy, and he wants to make like an impression. He's talking to Uncle Aaron, trying to get tips. You feel me? Uncle Aaron tells him to do the shoulder touch, and he does it on Gwanda. Hey, you know? And somehow, I don't remember exactly how, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but bro's hand ends up in her hair. And at this point, he can't let go, you know? And so, like, he's like, you know, trying to rip it out of her hair, and he literally rips out a chunk of her hair in his hand. That would hurt an insane amount. I don't care if you have spider powers or not. That is crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, like, and then it leaves an imprint, and then she eventually like shaves before she makes her actual debut as Spider-Woman. She shaves her hair to give it a better and more clean look. And yeah, so their interactions throughout that movie wasn't really giving romance, you feel me? But the second movie, peak, bro, absolute peak. Okay, so the second movie was basically just like, I guess I would say them yearning for each other, but it was really more of like Miles yearning for Gwen and also just wanting I guess approval from the Spider Society. And when he ended up finding out that they wasn't messing with him, he got really frustrated at Gwen for good reason, for very good reason, because Gwen never told him that, you know, the reason why they're not messing with him is because the spider that bit him wasn't supposed to bite him.
You don't belong here. You never did.
And yeah, so that causes a rift between them, and where they currently ended up, which is why they're at 3, is they're not in a relationship yet, even though Dinosaur isn't in a relationship either. But because they're not in a relationship yet, and because they're on bad terms, um, you know, they're on a very rocky thing. But I've seen some screenshots. Hopefully, I can throw them up in this video. I've seen some screenshots from Sony. Boy, this movie is about to be peak. I'm gonna be like freaking 24 when this movie comes out. Damn, I know, but I'm going to dress. If you think that I'm not gonna be in a spider costume when this movie comes out, I'm getting it first day. I'm getting it first day dressed up in a Spider-Man costume. If I have a girlfriend at that time, she's gonna be in a Gwen costume. I don't care. I'm forcing her in the costume, and we're gonna watch the movie together, bro. But yeah, like that's why they're at 3. I genuinely do like them together, kind of like I do like their dynamic and whatnot. But they're currently not together. Um, I think also Shamik Moore and Haley Steinfeld is phenomenal actors. And yeah, let's move on to number 2, the one that y'all probably don't know about, but I'm gonna put y'all on the pig. Put y'all on the pig. Dino Star. Now it's between a character called Darius, don't remember their last names, and Brooklyn from Camp Cretaceous / Chaos Theory. And so Camp Cretaceous takes place in the Jurassic World universe, and it goes through like the movies basically. So it starts out with them, the Nublar 6, you know, they're on the island the day that the Indominus broke out, all that stuff hits the fan, and they're on that island for like 6 months or something like that throughout the 5 seasons of that show. So I want to say like 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years, something like that. But they're on that island and they navigate and stuff like that, and I think that they have a lot of like romantic moments. I'd be on Reddit, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'd be on Reddit, and so people are sitting here saying that, oh, I don't think they have romantic moments, they're more like siblings. Now I for one do understand like not shipping certain characters, but this is different. Like I feel like they have potential, especially in the new show Chaos Theory. They further more that point. And I'm sitting here, I was watching it. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for Darius. I'm like, bro, you're my guy. You're my guy. We're both like, you know, very awkward black males, and you're being very awkward in this moment.
You're amazing. I've never seen anyone with as much dedication and passion as you have. If he loved you half as much as I do, he'd understand.
Did you just say love?
And yeah, so basically throughout Camp Cretaceous, they don't get together, they don't like show any feelings for each other, even though I feel like they have a lot of moments, and a lot of fandom feel like, you know, like I said, brother and sister moments. That's not the case, and she ends up getting with this guy named Kenji. I think that that was a complete left field of a choice for her. They didn't really like have any true connections, bro. That was like a left field relationship, man. And then in Chaos Theory, they had broken up, and she's presumed dead in the first season. And the reason why, well, not why, but like, yeah, and Darius is like beating himself up about it. He's like sectioned himself off from his friends and all of that, bro. And the last interaction that they like have with each other was the day that she died. And so he's like, yeah, talking about, so Darius is kind of like talking about her ex, or they're talking, and Darius says something along the lines of, yeah, if he loves you half as much as I do, then da da da, and keeps talking. And she's like, what did you say? Do you love me? And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm sitting here cheesing like like ear to ear grin. That's how much I'm like happy with this, bro. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I did not intend this video to be that long. Viewer retention is going to be at an all-time low. But yeah. So yeah, and then like he says, "Yeah, I'll just insert the clip." He's like, "Yeah, I love all my friends. Some a little bit more and some a little bit different than the others." And it's just like, is it different? And is the love different with me? And I'm sitting here like, ooh, giggling and what is the words? I'm giggling and tapping my feet like a little schoolgirl, you know? This transaction. And then my boy goes and fumbled it all. He's like, oh, I don't remember exactly what he said, bro, but it was something that pissed me off, bro. I'm like, I understand, like, she just got a relationship. They were like 1 month fresh out of a relationship. That whole month that she broke up, she was staying with my boy. So they bonded in that month. She was like, oh, I just broke up with Kenji. And he was like, oh, yeah. Don't worry about what. Don't worry about. Basically, he didn't give her a chance to speak. And then he ended up making things weird. And then following that night, he did not go and meet her when he was supposed to meet her. And then she almost got clapped and taken out. She got her arm bitten off, bro. So, yeah. I do hope they rekindle that relationship somehow. I really do. And what else am I thinking? I hope they address it, because they didn't, when Darius and Brooklyn met up, they didn't really get like to address it, but I hope that they address that moment in the next season whenever it comes out, because I feel like that is a very important thing. Just like them two alone to talk about it. I would love that. I'm yearning for that, bro. I'm yearning for that. And then finally, absolute pig. Echo and Jinx. Now, granted, they did not get many episodes together, but boy, the episodes they did was fueling my heart. This is like perfect, like childhood friends to enemies to lovers type. Oh my gosh. And then the music video, Mamelia on Ami. Feel the soul. I don't even know how much more I could say about this. Oh my gosh. But I absolutely love this relationship, you know? I love it so much, bro. Hold on. Peep my reels. Not that one. I don't know what that is. Bro. All right, now. I don't know if it'll show good, but yeah, bro. There's a video of Jinx dancing. There's another video of alternate universe Jinx. There's another one of Echo and Jinx. Hold on, let's just. Oh, copyright. You know, come on now, come on, talk to me. But yeah, like I genuinely love this ship. At first it was a bit toxic, and even in episode 7 of season 1, you know, Echo was saying like, oh, Vi, saying to Vi that Jinx is gone. I mean, Powder's gone. It's only Jinx now. And then up on the bridge, they have this amazing fight scene, amazingly choreographed, amazingly drawn fight scene. All of that, you know, and then, you know, it gets to the point where Echo can like he has full what is it? He has Jinx subdued basically. He can't really like hit her. He's only looking at her and seeing her, seeing his love that he has for her. And because of that, you know what I'm saying, she lets off the bomb and almost explodes him. And he jumps on it to protect her. Like, come on. Is this the best enemies to deliver or what? And yeah, so I'm sitting here I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it. And then also, boom. Fast forward, we talk about season 2. You know, just them as kids. Their whole interactions while they were kids was still cute, very adorable. 10 out of 10. And then we're jumping to season 2. Echo and Heimerdinger and Jace, they're playing with the arcane, messing with it, and then they get teleported to an alternate universe. And in the alternate universe that Echo and Heimerdinger go to, that Echo and Jinx is a couple. And or we're gonna say Powder. So that Echo and Powder is a couple, and Echo doesn't know this at first. Echo is being kind of like a dickhead towards Powder and make her, you know, angry because in that universe it was kind of not his fault, but it was his tip pause that got Vi killed because of the that got Vi killed basically. And so Echo like kind of makes it up to her, and he makes a mural of Vi and, you know, sweet talks to Jinx, and they become like he calms down. He goes off his high horse or whatever, but it is understandable for him. I didn't know this video was gonna be this long. Oh my gosh, but yes. And they have this amazing moments all throughout episode 7 season 2, especially where the dance. So after the whole Echo showing Powder the mural, he kind of like calms her down, and so she's able to help him. He tells her about his dream of how like Powder had inventions that changed the world, and and so, you know, he sweet talks her and gets her to help him create a device that would send him and Heimerdinger back. And so then once the device is created, Heimerdinger's like, you should go and enjoy the dance with Miss Powder. What is the point of a device like this if you don't value the time that you have? And so Echo goes and dances with her. And this sequence, one of the best sequences I've ever seen in animated media. I may be glazing, but I genuinely loved it. To this day, I will go back and watch just that episode just because of how much I loved it. The song is in French. I feel like there is some significance to that, but the song basically translates to like, I don't remember, my greatest enemy and my greatest love, something like that. And yeah, it's a beautiful song. I took 3 years of French, all right, and I barely know how to translate words, but it was a beautiful song, and even more of a beautiful scene. I really did enjoy it. It was like, I love yearning, you know, hopeless romantic, hopeless over here. You feel me? And seeing this scene filled me with so much emotion, so much dopamine. It was crazy, bro. It was honestly crazy. I really enjoyed every single moment of it. And so in the end, he's like, you know, they have their moment. He's like, I'm gonna remember this moment for forever. And she says, you better. And he's like, I feel like he said this to her before, and she repeats it back to him.
You ever wish you could just stay in one moment?
Sometimes taking a leap forward means leaving a few things behind.
And so in the end, they share a kiss, and the kiss fed my heart, bro. Fed my heart. I was feeling so jolly for weeks after that. And then he goes back to Powder. He tells her about everything. They share a moment, which is what was shown in the music video. And in the end, they don't share a kiss, even though a lot of people allude to like they was falcon. Yeah, so Echo hugs her, you know, shows her you know, love and everything. And in the end, like that whole thing, I probably did not do as much justice as I wanted to. This video is getting super long. I didn't mean for it to get this long, but I loved every single second of it, bro. I loved every single second of it. It was absolutely peak. And this is why this was my favorite, because it's shown like no matter what, you can overcome being enemies to being lovers, to build something greater. Hold on, I got the quote. I can't end the video without saying the quote. Sometimes taking a leap forward means leaving a few things behind. Absolutely peak of a quote. That's not the quote that I was going for, and I don't know how I actually forgot, but the actual quote I wanted to say was, you know, I learned from someone very special that no matter what happened in the past, it's never too late to build something new. Someone worth building it for. It applied to so many different things, bro. This was this music video was for real yearners. I have the video on my channel where I talked about it. It was for real yearners, bro. I wanted to react to it on the video. I couldn't because of how much I was just excited for it. And yeah, I did not mean for this video to get this long. Who knows how long the video will be after I edit it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy this content, if you do enjoy me talking about how much of a hopeless romantic I am, if you do enjoy me just putting my business out there, if you enjoy listening to my beautiful face, hopefully the camera quality is better. I appreciate everybody watching this video. I love each and every single one of you people. Check out Spider-Verse if you already haven't. Check out Camp Cretaceous / Chaos Theory if you already haven't, and check out Arcane definitely if you already haven't. These are 3 amazing franchises / series / shows / movies that you should definitely watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end this video now. My name is Journey, and I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye bye.
I love pills and Percocet.